This is for you. If you would like more hope, inspiration, and motivation to set intentions and create a kinder world. Let's shift this mess. This past year has amplified a lot of chaos, bickering, polarized opinions. There's also been a lot of fear and grief. And sometimes some of us have felt discouragement or like an aimless drifting with all the unknowns. And, some people have had silver linings in this year of COVID. But even with those silver linings, it's been through disruption. And I feel like we could do better. We could do better in managing the disruption, and we could do better in creating what's next. And I can only be responsible for what's in my space. So it starts with me and taking care of my space and my world and who I interact with and how I interact with them. But at least that's a starting point. So 3 years ago, I was sitting in our living room under our pyramid. And I'm going to pause for just one moment before I tell you the rest of that story. So 3 years ago, I was in the pyramid and I was journaling, and I felt like, what are the ideas that want to come through me? And I was just making a list. What are the ideas that want to come through me? And the top of my list was this thing I called the intention idea. And I had no idea what that meant. I just wrote down the intention idea. I went, And previous to that, I had been reading Big Magic. And Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. And she has this wonderful idea of ideas roaming the earth looking for a human to manifest them. And I just thought, that's a really great idea. What are the ideas that want to come through me? And I love it so much. I wanted to share with you one of her stories that really exemplifies what this feels like, having an idea manifest for you. It's called The Tiger's Tail. This is her book, Big Magic. So this is what Liz says. One of the best descriptions I've ever heard of this phenomenon, that is, of ideas entering and exiting the human consciousness at whim, came from the wonderful American poet Ruth Stone. I met Stone when she was nearly 90 years old, and she regaled me with stories about her extraordinary creative process. She told me that when she was a child growing up on a farm in rural Virginia, she would be out working in the fields when she would sometimes hear a poem coming toward her, hear it rushing across the landscape at her like a galloping horse. Whenever this happened, she knew exactly what she had to do next. She would run like hell toward the house, trying to stay ahead of the poem, hoping to get a piece of paper and a pencil fast enough to catch it. That way, when the poem reached her and passed through her, she would be able to grab it and take dictation, letting the words pour forth onto the page. Sometimes, however, she was too slow and she couldn't get to the paper and pencil in time. At those instances, she could feel the poem rushing right through her body and out the other side. It would be in her for a moment, seeking a response, and then it would be gone before she could grasp it, galloping away across the earth, as she said, searching for another poet. But sometimes, and this is the wildest part, she would nearly miss the poem, but not quite. She would just barely catch it, she explained, by the tail, like grabbing a tiger. Then she would almost physically pull the poem back into her with one hand, even as she was taking dictation with the other. In these instances, the poem would appear on the page from the last word to the first, backward, but otherwise intact. That, my friends, is some freaky, old-timey voodoo style big magic right there. I believe in it, though. So this book completely inspired me. I thought it resonated. I feel ideas wanting to come through me all the time. And so 3 years ago, I thought, well, let me just make a list. Who are the ideas that want to come through me? And top of the list, I just wrote down the intention idea, not knowing what the heck that was. And I got really curious and I thought, well, let me ask it. And so I turned a page in my journal and started this conversation. Here's how it went. I said, what is the intention idea that wants to manifest through me? An intention idea said, helping people to harness their intentions to create a kinder world. I said, why kinder? Intention idea said, because kindness implies harmony, harmonic order. I said, why is that important? An intention idea said, the more ordered and in harmony the world is, the more ideas can manifest, the more expansion of awareness across all time and space. So then I asked, why is intention so important? Why not creation? An intention idea replied, because intention is the unseen part of creation that is overlooked. If you only look at creation, you will be blocked sometimes for not having addressed underlying intentions. And that's how the journey began. And that's when my relationship with intention idea began. And now, 3 years later, happy birthday, intention idea. So cheers. Cheers to intention idea. It's been 3 years and intention idea has now been born as a book. Whoop, camera. Yay, intention idea. So this is intention idea's birthday party. And what we thought we would do is honor intention idea with a few party favors and celebrations and inspirations for you. And in typical intention idea style, we're going to do a little guided meditation to help you focus in on feel the ideas that want to come in through you. And just create a really juicy space for you to get enlivened and enthusiastic about setting intentions and creating a kinder world. And then we have some parting gifts from intention idea and me. So I'm going to get started with a little space and time for us to really feel into the ideas that are wanted to come through, a little guided imagery. So if you don't have paper and pen nearby, I'll give you a moment to grab it, because the idea is for the ideas to flow so that you can be on your living room floor scribbling away. What are the ideas that want to come through you? So grab your paper and pen. All right, I'm doing a little housekeeping on the side here too. Okay. So take a nice deep breath in and let it out. And another nice deep breath in and let that out too. One more nice deep breath in and let that out. And eyes open or closed as you wish. Connect in to the earth. You may visualize a cord dropping from your spine all the way down to the center of the earth. Feel your feet rooted to the floor, to the ground, to Mother Earth. And as you feel that connection, also feel your body and how your body springs forth from Mother Earth. And just feel through how your body wants to be, how it wants to move or sit. Let it be as comfortable as it can be. And now that you're at home in your body, now put your antenna out You might feel these antennae from a part of your body or all of your body, but just visualize some kind of antenna coming out from your body. And feel the space around you with your antenna. Feel how far out they extend, how far out you extend. And as you're enjoying that sensation, you can ask open-heartedly, almost like you're putting your palm out for a butterfly to land in or a bird to come and sit on. Just with your palm out, your antenna out, ask who or what ideas are wanting to express through you now. And just sit there with your palm out and your antenna out. As ideas come to you, this is why you have the paper and pen at hand. You can write down whatever's coming through. And if nothing's coming right away, that's okay. Just enjoy the space. Enjoy your connection to Mother Earth, how it feels to be in your body, and focus on the feeling of your antenna out, feeling the space around you, allowing ideas to come and land in your hand. Don't rush it or force it. Just enjoy the space of hanging out, connected, grounded, and receptive. And as any ideas are coming through, say hello to them. Make a note. No judgment on what's coming or not coming. Just let them come and land softly in your hand. You're offering yourself as a human vehicle to help this idea express into the world. And gave you just another minute to let any other ideas come through, and know that you can repeat this as many times as you want throughout your life to feel for the ideas that are wanting to come through you now. Just as simple as connecting, feeling your antenna out, put your palm out, let an idea come and land in your hand. All right, and then come on back to this time and space, whether you have a long list, a short list, no list of ideas. Really, what I wish for you is to take this practice to heart, to really feeling for what ideas want to come through me. Because that is part of the joy of being human, is we get to express ideas, we get to express intentions and manifest them and bring them into physical reality. It's so fun, so fun. So if you had no ideas show up for you whatsoever, I'm going to offer a perspective to help you with that. I don't want you to feel any kind of judgment on it. I want you to just know that that's okay, and it may take a little extra time to be in this connected, grounded, receptive space and to really open yourself to the ideas that want to come through you. So I'm going to share with you what intention idea said for when you don't have ideas coming through. So, intention idea said, being playful and lighthearted with your intention work is always a good thing. So in addition to meditations, you can also use creative arts like writing, drawing, sculpting, singing, painting, finger painting, doodling, and any kind of relaxed music or dance, one without a very imposed format. When you allow yourself to express whatever is there in the moment, creatively, then you are automagically tapping into and tuning yourself to the creative energies of the universe. There is no need to try to direct the creative output. Just enjoy tuning into the flow and go wherever it takes you. It's possible that a new intention will come to you during or immediately after your creative process. or it will at least get you out of your mind and more into your heart space, so that you are more receptive to feel new intentions that align with the universal greater good. And I asked, do I have to get out of my analytical mind in order to come up with an aligned intention? Intention Idea said, no, but it often helps. You can operate your mind from your heart space and still be able to think with logic while tuned in to your intuition and the universal flow. This can take some practice though, so it's very helpful for receiving and creating new intentions to use tools that get you out of your overly analytical mind and into your intuitive, connected heart. Another tool for coming up with an intention is to spend time observing. This is often easiest to do in a place you enjoy, like in nature. If you enjoy being around people for their energy, not out of a place of judgment of them or needing approval from them, then people watching can be another form of observing. Sadly, most people have so many desires and resistances on how other people exist in the world, even strangers. It's often rare for someone to be able to sustain a relaxed, neutral observation of other people. Nature is a nice, safe place for you to start this practice until you have cleared more of your judgments on others and your desires for approval or attention. While you are observing, it's okay and even desirable to appreciate and enjoy what you are observing. Allow yourself to fully experience whatever is happening right now and feel the sacredness of your current experience of being alive. Though your society has often praised involvement and participation and discounted observing and watching, observing is actually a high vibration mode of connecting with the flow of the universe and the pure awareness, background, core part of yourself that always exists. It's not easy to have language for this. Some might call it spirit or the experience of being one with everything. Thankfully, the words used to describe it are not as important as the actual experience. So simply start with observing while in nature and see where that activity takes you in terms of feeling more connected, relaxed in your beingness, and expanded in your awareness. Now let me take the other end of the spectrum. Let's say you had a big long list of ideas that wanted to come through you. You're what I would call a wonderful idea generator, a WIG. And this is where I live. I'm a wonderful idea generator. So many ideas that come through. So of course I asked Intention Idea about it. And let's see, day 13. This reading is for you if you have so many ideas that come through. So I asked Intention Idea, what can I do when I have a lot of ideas that want to manifest through me? I feel bad when I don't get to them all. Do you have any suggestions on how to handle prioritizing the many wonderful ideas that I think about creating? Intention Idea. It's great that you're tapped into the universal flow of ideas and can hear and receive them. But just because you can receive an idea doesn't mean you should be the one to manifest it. Ideas are looking for a good fit, the right person or persons at the right time or times, in order to have the intended impact upon manifestation. Try thinking of all the many wonderful ideas coming to you as if it were a menu. You don't want to eat everything on the menu at one sitting. That would be uncomfortable and unpleasant, and all the ideas couldn't be savored and appreciated that way. Instead, you order 1 or 2 items you feel most like enjoying now. It's possible that some ideas on the menu of possibilities won't be on the menu the next time you tune in and look at the menu. That's okay. They might come back some other time, or they might be manifested or manifesting through someone else. Your job is not to manifest all the ideas that come to you. But hopefully you will stick with it and keep showing up for those ideas that you have promised energy to in some way or form. So I asked, how do I promise energy to an idea or intention? Intention Idea. It's an energetic contract. You decide you will do it, and that gets the ball rolling. Me. What happens if I change my mind and decide not to pursue an idea or intention? Intention Idea. Then you don't do it, and the idea moves on. It's when you don't decide but stay unclear, undecided, or cross-committed that you experience the choppy waters scenario on your intention sea. If you will clearly decide, not now, or no, not for me, instead of keeping an idea or intention on your list in a limbo state of, I don't know, then you won't experience so much drama and trauma over the many wonderful ideas knocking at your door. Me. It seems like ideas I have had in the past sometimes come into my awareness again when someone else has manifested it. Like yesterday, when I saw the video about crows being trained to pick up cigarette butt trash in exchange for food. It reminded me of the idea I had as a kid to train seagulls to pick up trash off the beaches. Why does this happen sometimes? Where I see my idea manifested in some other way. Intention idea. It's awesome, isn't it? The world of consciousness is so connected, and you can see that more clearly when these instances of ideas manifested through other channels appear. You could think of it like the idea sending you a wink or waving hello to let you know it made it into the manifested world. Like it's saying, hey, everything's all right. Look, I made it. It could be comforting to you to realize ideas and intentions will keep working to find their way into the physical realms, so maybe you can relax further and not feel responsible for all of them. Me. Yes, that helps. It feels like what Liz Gilbert says in Big Magic, to be gracious in my responses and conversations with ideas, even when declining an offer to work on manifesting one. I can still wish each idea well on its way to manifestation. Wish that it finds the perfect manifestation resources with perfect timing. Intention idea. And so it will. So as you can see, I had long conversations. Sorry, still figuring out, where's the camera? I had long conversations with the intention idea, my little baby, for about a year. And it was just a delightful, delightful journey. And I'm so grateful that I kept going and turned it into a book so that it can be shared. I really love when writing shares ideas and perspectives across time and space. And so this birthday party for Intention Idea is also for you to share some of these ideas and perspectives and hope that they inspire you to create your intentions and create a kinder world. So I'm going to read just a few more things to help inspire you. And this is the way this is designed, because I was journaling it as I wrote it. It's day by day. So I'm going to go to day 4 early on. We were just getting started. Day 4, me. How is intention different than a thought or a belief? Or is it the same? Intention idea. Thoughts and beliefs are related to intentions, but not the same. You can feel the difference in what it's like to have passing or idle thoughts versus what it's like to be thinking with more energy about something you want to create. The energy in, behind, and powering the thought is core to the intention. It's not all of what an intention is, but it's most of it. Thoughts can come and go, but the quality of the energy behind the thought determines if it is an intention. No energy, like no interest, has no intention. Lots of energy, whether as a strong desire or a strong resistance, has lots of intention. But it can also be strong, powerful energy that isn't in the quality of desire or resistance. You might call it an unbiased energy. I would call it universal energy, the energy of the universe. This universal energy creates for the joy of creating, expanding, and experiencing, not out of need, want, desire, attraction, or dislike, hate, resistance, repulsion. It is a fine art to direct and use your intentions from universal energy. Most humans live in the polarity between desire and resistance, and they rarely experience the perspective of pure universal energy. Nevertheless, it is fully accessible to everyone. It's what you are made of. Me. What about beliefs? How is intention different than a belief? Intention idea. Beliefs play well, mostly with intention, because they help you to have faith that something is happening when you don't yet see the results. A belief can also hold you back from manifesting your intention if it's a limiting belief. The intention is the underlying energy of what you want to create, the direction you want to go in, and the flavor of universal expansion and experience you are focusing on. If intention was the ocean, beliefs would be any kind of cup, glass, or container you use to scoop up some ocean water. But often you are more cognizant of the outer container and its qualities than what's inside. So yeah, they play together, intentions and beliefs, but they are not the same thing. One is more like an energy, intention, and the other is more like a conduit, beliefs. And then let's go to day 6. This is about combining your intentions with other people's intentions. Me. What's the effect of combining my intentions with other people's intentions? I just finished reading The Field by Lynn McTaggart, and a lot of the experiments in the quantum field seem to report that people who were connected in some way, a bonded couple, or even just people who had a chance to get to know each other, had more impact. They were better able to remote view across time and space and were better able to influence the random number generators in the experiments. Is this an effect of increased power, universal energy? Or what's really happening when 2 or more people are working together on the same intention? Intention idea. It's a combination of things that causes greater impact when more than one person holds an intention. Yes, there is a greater supply of universal energy. There is also a greater alignment with and interest in the direction of the universe unfoldment and exploration. It's like when you see a school of fish or a flock of birds change direction. Sometimes there are just 1 or 2 birds choosing to go a little bit different direction, and soon more or even all of the flock are going that way too. There is an alignment of energies in co-creating this directional experience. Me. If I want to steer my experiences in a different direction, how do I get more birds to fly in a new direction with me? Intention idea. Well, you don't have to get the birds or people around you to go in the same direction as you and your intentions. You can also easily be a solo bird having a unique experience that is not as obviously shared in the present moment with those around you. And if your intention is to share your experience with your flock, then your new direction must be aligned with the greater, bigger picture intention of the flock. It doesn't need to make logical sense, but an energetic, vibrational field level, your intention must align with greater flock intentions in order for the flock to flow with you and your intention. Me. What's the difference between having an individual intention and an intention for a bigger group, like for society, humanity, or our world? Intention idea. When you are focusing your energy on an individual intention, you are already always having an impact on the whole of society, humanity, the world, and the universe. Every intention you hold has an impact on the greater sea of intention energies and on universe unfoldment. When you are focused on a bigger picture intention, like what you wish for all of humanity or for your known society, you are more obviously combining your intention with those in that flock. You are more clearly aligning and contributing to a group intention and acting as a bigger organism of coherent intention. Both types of intention are extremely valuable parts of intention work, life, and the universe's unfoldment. One is not better than the other, and it is ideal when you hold both types of intention, individual and communal. Me, what's the effect of holding an intention for world peace? How much is my intention doing to actually bring about world peace? Is there something else I should be doing to make it happen? Intention idea. Your intention for world peace has more impact than you're likely to realize. When you hold a world peace intention, you are aligning your thoughts, attitudes, and vibrational energies with this greater good goal. From this place, you open yourself, those around you, and those connected through you to new possibilities and paths of opportunity for further creating world peace. The saying, "It starts with you," is true because each person on the planet has immediate control over their own energy vibration and creational direction, evolutionary direction. When you point yourself toward world peace, that's one more bird in the flock flying in that direction. As for what else you can do to make it happen, the most important thing is to keep holding your intention and listening for the universal whispers of what's next. Sometimes your next step is to be kind to the person that's directly in front of you. Sometimes your next step is to organize a larger group's actions and thoughts toward world peace. Do not judge the universe's whispers as too big, too small, not contributing enough, not that important, or whatever other silly ideas your mind comes up with. Just do whatever is in front of you that with your world peace intention in your heart. And maybe trust that that is enough to manifest it. Oh, also, intentions do not manifest in time and space the way physical world cause and effect changes happen. In the physical world, you hammer a nail into two boards and they stick together. Cause, you hammering a nail. Effect, boards stick together. In the quantum realms of intention, you hold an intention and the effect is everywhere, omnipresent across time and space. But in physical manifestation, you may or may not see an obvious effect yet. Sometimes sea changes in the intention ocean have other colliding flows to work out before a physical manifestation of your newest intention is visible. You are still, always, having an effect on the universe with your intentions. If you do not yet have physical world manifestation of your intention, then keep holding the intention, clearing away limiting beliefs, removing stuck attention on interfering intentions, and following the universe's whispers for what physical world actions to take next. Then, day 7. Why is intention something you can set and let it work without having to keep enforcing it? And why do I sometimes need to put my intention back in, restate it, or realign with it? Intention idea. Imagine a sea of waves. Each intention you create is a wave heading for shore. Once you have given the initial push in a direction with your life force energy, that intention wave is in motion and will reach the shore. It will manifest. Unless another wave comes along and interrupts it, or you are so far from shore that when your wave hits, it's barely noticeable, maybe even swallowed up in other more obvious intention waves. So that's when you might give another push to your intention wave. The interesting thing about this analogy is you can also see how applying more life force energy, more of your universal power, will make an intention wave go faster and farther. And when you don't have enough life force energy to create the desired effect, you can give another push. You can also do more to free up your attention and have better access to more universal energy. Yes, I'm quite pleased with this analogy. I hope it will help you to relax any judgments and frustrations you may have when an intention needs to be restated or takes longer to manifest than you prefer. It's a sea of intentions you're playing with. Lighten up. All right, a couple more for you. This is day 27, when I wanted to know more about manifesting intentions when there is a time constraint. So I asked, what if my intention is for something that is time-based? How do I amp up my faith in my intention manifesting when I really do need it by a certain deadline? Like, what if I have an intention to earn enough money to pay my rent at the end of the month? Intention idea. With time-sensitive intentions like this, faith is only one of several tools you will need to use in your intention work. In this example, the way you apply your faith is by increasing your conviction that everything is all right. Things always work out for you, and that you will intuit what your next steps are and take them. Holding these convictions and acting on them empowers you to work with all components of the universe to manifest your intention. And then you are also using your will to keep persevering on your path. Keep taking the next steps that are laid out in front of you, whether they are physical world actions or they are mental space actions, like removing obstacles and limitations in your consciousness. And that brings us to the third component of your emergency supply kit for removing obstacles. Me, I definitely need those. Sometimes I feel like I have rocks in my head. Intention idea. You do. And most people do. Really, if you think of the obstacles you encounter like they are rocks in your head, you might be able to see how, at one point, they were valuable to you. Maybe you used those rocks as stepping stones to get towards something else, or as barriers to hide behind and protect you when you felt threatened in some way. The point is, they aren't put there randomly. At the time, it seemed like a good idea. But from where you are now and where you want to go, they are pretty much obstacles on your currently intended path. Me. So how do I move around them? How do I move them around or bust them up or otherwise get past them? Intention idea. First, it helps to know what you're dealing with. If you're feeling blocked or limited in any way, it's a good time to do some inner exploration. You could do this inner exploration with meditation, writing, drawing, or a simple contemplation of different perspectives on the area where you feel blocked. The point of any technique you use is to honestly and compassionately take a look at where and how you feel blocked. What's really going on here? Why is it important? What are the feelings and sensations involved? What are the thoughts, ideas, and beliefs, especially the ones on repeating loops around this topic? Once you can look at the many aspects of the block from a place of observation, rather than feeling stuck in the middle of it, then you have more awareness level control over the rock. With that awareness level control, you will be more able to move the rock, bend it, bust it up, or otherwise get around it, since now you know where its edges are, where it is and where it isn't in your mind and in your life. Me. Is seeing the entirety of the rock really enough to get past it? Intention idea. That depends on the rock. Some are more rooted in place than others, and some are actually part of a whole rock pile. Just know that full awareness of the rock is your first step. And for some rocks, limitations, obstacles, that will be enough for you to be able to maneuver around them or toss them out of your mind because they no longer have value for you. Me. What do I do if it's a stuck rock or part of a rock pile? Intention idea. First of all, draw on your persistence practice. Be okay that it isn't moving quickly and keep using your will to explore its many aspects as you look for its value and how you might move beyond it now. Just like hiking in the wilderness, there may be times when you take a long time to get around an obstacle on your path. See this as part of your journey, and you will be able to hold a more positive and effective attitude toward your current experience. You might not be ready to embrace being a professional rock buster when you'd rather be hiking an open meadow, but you can still choose to appreciate the strength building and inner exploration that you're getting on this part of your journey. Me. Okay, I can feel a practice mantra coming on. Intention idea. To some extent, yes. You know how life patterns and lessons can often appear like onion layers or like the spiral of a shell. You can handle an outer layer of the onion or shell and go along life feeling much better, only to discover another layer that resembles the previous one you have handled. It's important that you recognize that this new layer is not the same as the first. You are not going backwards, but in fact, you are evolving to greater and greater understanding of the core issue and additional aspects of it that you were not able to see or handle with the first layer. In other words, it's okay if a topic seems to be repeating. The goal is not to be done and finished with all issues, obstacles, limitations. The goal is to handle whatever obstacle, issue, limitation is in front of you on your path now and keep moving. So yes, practice, 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 or maybe A better mantra for you is keep moving forward. Okay, one last favorite little juicy nugget for you. I just love this analogy. Intention Idea does a lot of analogies, and this one just felt really close to my heart today. This is way out on day 50. And I said to Intention Idea, it's feeling more and more like I'm in an orchestra or one continuous jazz jam session that is constantly adjusting and morphing based on which players are joining in at any given moment. Intention Idea. Yes, that's exactly what is always happening in the universe, and a great attitude to take that comes naturally with this analogy. We are all, always, contributing our perspectives, vibrations, attitudes, and experiences to this thing called life. If you choose to view all your life experiences as one great big jam session, then any disharmony, changes in tempo, solos, key changes, or any other kind of plot twist is part of the fun of co-creating together. You learn to adapt, find new ways of creating harmony, find new enjoyments of dissonance, and roll with whatever happens as you lean in to your own melodies you want to bring forth. Me, you make it sound so easy. Intention Idea. Yes and no. If you've ever seen or participated in any kind of jam session, musical or otherwise, you'll know that all the players imbue a calm relaxedness, while also attentive to where the whole group is going. They make it look easy because of their relaxed attitude, and they are able to handle all the challenges of constantly changing group directions because they are showing up with all of their proficiencies, coupled with a willingness to work together. Me. And if something doesn't work in the group's dynamic or jam session results, Intention Idea, then laugh at the experience that wasn't as desired. Learn from it how to adapt better together. Identify the areas where you need to practice and increase your own proficiencies. And above all else, keep going. So I had so much fun hanging out with Intention Idea and creating this really beautiful relationship together. And I'm so excited to share Intention Idea with you. If the journey I went through helps one other person to feel more hope, inspiration, and motivation to set their intentions and create a kinder world, I feel thrilled. I'm just thrilled. And I know it's touched at least one of their life, and hopefully more to come. So there's something really lovely about creating a creative work without any attachment to what it becomes or how it manifests into the world, and then seeing it go forth. I mean, this is my little 3-year-old baby learning to walk and toddle out into the world and meet new people. So I hope that you've enjoyed some of these little excerpts. And Intention Idea have a parting gift for you. I have set up, Intention Idea is available on Amazon.com only right now, but it's both an ebook and this hard copy book. Boy, really, it's like a mirrored, where is it? It's floating. It's amorphous. Anyway, it's available as a hard copy and an ebook, and starting tomorrow, December 21st through Christmas, it will be free. The ebook will be free on Amazon. So that's our gift to you, is you can get the free ebook starting tomorrow at midnight tomorrow through midnight on Christmas. All you have to do is go to Amazon.com and look for The Intention Idea by Melissa Cantrell. Oh, look, I'm getting better at it. All right, The Intention Idea by Melissa Cantrell. Just type in Intention Idea on Amazon.com. Make sure it's by Melissa Cantrell. And you'll find the book starting tomorrow. If you click on the ebook, it will be free. And if you do not have a Kindle reader, you can still read it. Amazon has a Kindle PDF thing. If you want help with it, just shoot me a message and let me know. You can find me on Facebook and message me here. I'm happy to guide you through it for those of you who have not played in the ebook realm and really want to do this. So if you would like to give a birthday present back to the Intention Idea, not required, but if you do, I would love for you to leave a review on Amazon for the intention idea, whether it's off of what you've heard today or get the book and read some and then leave a review. That would just be really sweet. But more importantly, Intention Idea would really like you to create a space to listen to your ideas and work with your intentions and really play with your intentions. I hope you feel how much we created a really beautiful, playful relationship together. I send my heart out to you, wish you all well, and know that we are all in this together, and together we can create a kinder world. I love you so much.